Men. Did you still find your wife/partner attractive when they were pregnant? Pregnant women are generally gross to me, however. My attraction for my now ex-wife did not change. Must be something with your wife being pregnant versus random women. It's just different. I cannot explain it. Yes. The sex was freaking awesome. I mean default birth control that lets you hold nothing back, and with a higher than average body temp. It was like all extra warm and toasty. Good times. Even more so. I think women who are expecting are incredibly beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's not a kink or anything. Lol, I just think there's something about them that just glows differently. Hard to explain. Before she got preggers, pregnant women were off-putting in my eyes. After part of my brain changed and I find it super attractive now. Also developed a breastfeeding kink, so there's that. I found out I have a thing for pregnant women. I would say it's in the second trimester. The titties swell a little. At least in the case of my so. She was horny as fuck. Fuck the shit out of that pregnant lady. Just have to kneel so you're not squashing the baby. Sadly, I did not. I am much bigger than the mother of my son, 6 versus 5 in APOS. 280 pounds versus 89 pounds, and I was always, even before pregnancy, worried about hurting her. But once she got pregnant I was worried about the baby too. I worried about my dick hitting the baby and causing damage. What can I say? I was 19 and stupid. Anyway, the thing is, once she had the baby, I was super turned on by her. The lactation was awesome. Now I am almost 50 and I think pregnant women are sexy AF. If only I knew then what I know now. Do guys have some kind of biological need to say yup that's not going nowhere as they tighten the ropes to the thing on the roof of their car? We have a biological need to tighten the ropes so tight that we feel confident it's not going nowhere. Yup. Along with hitting the elevator call button twice. It's controlled by the lizard part of our brains, we really have no choice. The science of the past 50 years, massive twin studies and genetic research, has shown that about 50% of our personalities are genetically determined and some of the things that are weirdly specific. I wouldn't be at all surprised if this was biological. I have never once said this. I am one of the lucky few that have not been diagnosed with yup that's not going anywhere syndrome. 100% of the time I've said it and 100% of the time I've never had it come loose or fall off. I'm not taking the risk. Yes. It kicks in during puberty. There's an entire section on sex ed on the best way to satisfy that need and the best word choice for every situation. This impulse comes from the same part of the brain that makes us hold the stud finder up to our chests to test it. It's an affirmation to our brain. The task was to secure the load. That's us telling ourselves the task is complete. No joke. I've tried to not say it. I've tried to ignore it. Push the urge back down. But I cannot. The instinct is too strong. It's what is referred to as a feedback loop. If you fail to say it then the ropes will fail. If you say it then it completes the blessing upon your straps. It's very simple, sweetie. The thing on the roof of the car is called a roof rack. The tension in the straps has to be greater than the inertial and aerodynamic loads to keep it stable. Usually a ratcheting device is used to give the mechanical advantage needed to apply high tension. Got it, sugar tits? What would you consider to be the biggest problem in your life right now? Is there a solution? Not being able to work on becoming the best version of myself. There's not really a solution other than waiting around. Had a severe eye injury 6 months ago and it's a long healing process. Haven't been able to do things I normally would to work on myself, like physically. Haven't been able to work out. But also haven't been able to get my eyebrows or eyelashes done. Or makeup. And I now have to wear glasses 24/7 for protection. It's also greatly affected my mental health. I feel like the worst version of myself right now and I'm still at least another month out from being cleared to do any of that. Many obstacles are holding me back currently. Unable to sleep peacefully, too many nightmares. Struggling to find a new job. Not enough money to move me and my relatives to a safer neighborhood to where we can finally feel safe in a new car. I made a to-do list for this year to work and grow as an individual and hopefully complete a goal I want to accomplish. But so much is happening that I feel trapped. Sleep and work are my problems I would love to resolve. As with sleep, I haven't had a peaceful sleep in years, and with work I need a job with steady income to make moving a reality. Due to unresolved problems from childhood and subsequent maladaptive coping mechanisms, I am depressive. Stuck at job which is slowly causing me to burn out, again. Stuck in life in general. As I can't make myself to do important decisions to improve it. I hope there is a solution. I am in therapy. Trying to setting up healthy boundaries first time in my life. And surround myself with people who are supportive and kind. I don't know if it is working. Because I don't see any change. But I am aware it is long run and I have to be patient. What actor instantly makes you happy when they're in a movie you're watching? Gene Wilder, rest in peace, or James Hetfield. I know that James isn't an actor, but he's been in a few movies and is going to be in one this year. Odd answer. But Don Knotts. There's something innately hilarious about that dude. The guy who plays Urkel is another one. You can turn up the volume and just watch the stuff that guy is doing and it's insane. I really like seeing Rachel McAdams. Justin Long as well. He does comedy, drama and horror. He's so charismatic and expressive. I met him once and he was so friendly and played with my dog. Jason Mantzoukas. He always brings a fun Manic energy to any scene he's in. Always happy when he pops up in something I'm watching. Especially fond of his work in B99 and Good Place. Paul Bettany. He's almost never a main character but just makes everyone else fiend and seems like such a nice dude IRL. Bruce Campbell. He's not gonna be in a ton of live action going forward but it always makes me smile when he just sorta shows up. Nick Cage and Clancy Brown. One of my favorite things about Clancy Brown is how he shows up in anything and I immediately imagine him being Mr. Krabs. Bryan Cranston. Malcolm in the Middle and Breaking Bad are both some of my favorite shows and I always like seeing him in movies as well. I wouldn't say happy but Christoph Waltz can make anything watchable and many things I've watched just because he's in it. The man has tremendous talent. It used to be Robin Williams. But I can't watch Robin Williams movies anymore. Now they all make me sad even when they're not supposed to. Jamie Lee Curtis. Lindsay Lohan. Keira Knightley. Sandra Bullock. Drew Barrymore. Olivia Colman. Honorable mentions, Betty White and Brittany Murphy.